My real name is Cole Foster, aka Cole Frosty, and from Omaha. I've always lived here my entire life, but I think I am doing what I love right now, which is most important, and that's creating content. I would say, to simplify it, it's just watching someone, or maybe even supporting someone that just really likes music and is passionate about creating content and kind of giving their opinions online and everything. I've just really embraced that in the last couple years. I've kind of seen the community side of things from it, and yeah, it's entertainment for me for sure in my free time, when I'm not at work or not taking a class or anything like that, and so it's nothing too serious. It's honestly just supposed to be fun and kind of bring people together and not really keep people in a box. I think it was like 2020 or 2021. I mean, I had previously already been, I guess, intrigued about like content creation or making a channel or something like that. I think eventually they just inspired me towards the end of high school to like start up a new channel and kind of pursue the music thing. A lot of it is definitely what I'm most interested in, and it can be new artists sometimes, and there's definitely wild sounds too that we get, especially nowadays, that might just be a fun experimentation almost for a video. I feel like nowadays it's somehow become really easy because for some reason people have a hard time making up their own opinions. It's really fun, and it's honestly a pleasure to cover some artists when they are putting on insane performances and have insane album rollouts and are just putting out the best of the best music. There's a lot of staple names that people just know to go to and always react to. Like everybody almost loves a Playboi Carti in hip hop, or a Lil Uzi Vert, like a Drake, like whoever drops, like it almost feels like an event. And so those days to me are really fun. But I love covering as much as I possibly can, and I want to work in, fan suggestions as well is always good. And I did things like, trying out a Bad Bunny album. I've never heard a Latin album before, but I did that because I enjoyed the Super Bowl performance. For me, I just really like albums. That's how I actually mainly listen to music. Like I have playlists and whatnot. But I just eventually started seeing other people, collect albums, or thought, some of the covers and everything looked really cool. And I'm a huge fan of some of these artists, so it is a way to support them, but also, you can display it and start up a collection, which I've certainly done in the last few years. CDs as well is another big one. I have a lot more CDs than vinyls. But to me, it can be a special experience to sit down and get to listen to an album and really take it all in front to back. And I wouldn't buy a vinyl if I didn't like, almost every song on it. Honestly, wouldn't even care to sit in front of the camera if I wasn't being honest, and I could never like fake who I am or like yell louder than I want or whatever it might be. With the artists that have watched and you maybe popped in stream as well, I don't know, that maybe could be intimidating or something like that, even if they're not chatting or something like that. I mean, I've had someone like Taz Taylor in my stream before who has produced insane records that have, billion streams, and just he has so many plaques, it's insane. So I don't know why he was in my live stream with 5 viewers one day for some music that he produced. And so I've had experiences on stream where I didn't like an artist's project, and he came back a year or two later and he made my favorite one, and we talked a little bit before. He totally tweeted about me one time about that reaction, and we're good. It's not like I've ever met him, but it is what it is. I feel like after he saw a couple of my videos then, or was in one of my live streams, he realized like, yeah, I'm just kind of, I have a different, maybe preference of sound than other people. I'm still a fan of the guy, so I definitely always want to keep it honest, and I think that's the best, rather than if I were to show up and say everything's always, the best. What's next for me is gonna have to be a flip needs to be switched to get a little more output for sure. I do think I'm pretty caught up and get some stuff out, but I think if I want to go anywhere, it requires a little more locking in for sure, and will take a couple extra mornings and a couple extra nights for sure to get stuff out, and I know that. And I've done a crazy schedule before and tried to balance 3 or 4 different things, and so I know I'm capable of it. And so I feel like I've gotten a lot of practice in at this point, and I'm kind of done waiting, really. I don't know what else I'm waiting around for at this point. And so I want to go out and continue to produce high quality content and show people that I'm like that. I don't know. Everyone should keep being a good person and should keep going no matter how hard it is. And so I think that one thing that has kept me going is people that support me or that are closest to me. So definitely don't forget about that. And I appreciate this opportunity because I've never really been interviewed before.